Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. I'm wondering, did all of you watch the Oscars last night? I did for the first time in all the way through from beginning to end. I even watched the red carpet. It was fun, but I hadn't seen it in so long. If you didn't watch, one battle after another steamrolled the competition, winning 6 total awards, including 3 statuettes for writer, producer, and director Paul Thomas Anderson. And then Sinners followed its record-breaking number of 16 nominations with 4 victories. So congratulations, everybody. But Timothée Chalamet didn't win as Best Actor. So Timothy, if you're listening, don't be glum, because the second most coveted trophy out there is the Everybody Wins swag bag. Lash can hook you up, right, Lash?
I do my best, at least for the 25 top acting and directing nominees. That's the case.
That's amazing.
And for my pal Diane Warren, who lost for a 17th time. So we sent her one too.
At what point do they give them the honorary Oscar, I wonder?
They have to. I think they may have already done that with Diane, actually. I can't recall. That might have been the case, but I'll have to look up that fact.
I was talking to someone that I know that's in the Academy yesterday, and she let me know who she voted for. Diane Warwick is her good friend as well, and she actually voted for her. But everybody's a winner, though. I love the idea of that. Everybody's a winner.
Well, so that's our whole concept. You know, I get bummed when I lose a tennis match at the club and there's literally nothing on the line. It doesn't matter. No one even knows about it. So if you are Timothée Chalamet and you thought you had it locked up and then you lose, or any of these nominees, really, it's just a bummer to lose, is the ultimate human truth. And so we decided, you know what, since they don't have an official Oscar gift bag, let's just do our own thing that's kind of cool and different. I didn't want to go set up at a hotel suite somewhere and try to, beg the Eric Roberts of the world to come to your, suite. I wanted people who actually were relevant to this particular Oscars to be the beneficiaries. And so we were like, let's do an independent consolation gift for all the nominees. If they don't win, they'll have a bunch of great stuff to console them and distract them. And if they do, it'll be the cherry on top of a golden sundae on top of their Oscar. So it's really caught fire. The nominees actually know about this bag, which I find very, very gratifying. The last time Rachel McAdams was nominated, her tribute to Diane Keaton, by the way, was so incredible. It brought a little tear to my eye. She's incredible, but she happened to be in her business manager's office where we were delivering her bag. And when we because we deliver these in suitcases, this year is from Asia Luggage, just incredible Japanese brand with this kabuki theme on it. By the way, we were wheeling it in and she stuck her head out of the conference room. She's like, is that my gift bag? So she knew about it. And so many of the other nominees, we delivered it to the Moonlight director. And he opened the door himself. He was like, this is all for me? Like, it's an overwhelming amount of stuff. So I was excited that there were so many first-time nominees this year. I mean, Emma Stone has gotten so many of these from us. She already knows that it's great and amazing. But for like those Danish actors from Sentimental Value who had never probably gotten something like this before, because this is such an American thing, right? Their minds were blown. At least that's our goal.
That's amazing. That's so great to hear that they, the look on their face when they see you rolling in with the bag. And these bags, I don't want to, get into money talk, but they're worth a lot. There's some really great brands and products that you work with.
Yeah, we can talk money. They were worth $346,000 per bag this year. And before anyone sends me a hateful text that I should have spent that money on something else, I didn't buy any of it. I didn't spend a single dollar buying anything. In fact, I was paid by the brands to give their products to the talent. But most of that value is in the form of invitations for vacations. So, for example, we had a $65,000 trip to Ibiza from Con Nemo. It's a super villa, so iconic. We had a $30,000 trip to Costa Rica, which I plan to take in July. This private luxury villa that sits on top of a mountaintop with views of the Pacific Ocean and volcanoes and mountain ranges. We had a $26,000 week at the Golden Door right here in Southern California, which is a whole week of mind, body, and spirit renewal. Angela Bassett has been there before, one of the gifts in her gift bag, and absolutely loves it. It's really a great way to decompress. So lots and lots of high ticket things.
Now, do you get thank you cards or do you get calls for these people that you give these gift bags? Do they ever acknowledge and say,
I've been doing this so long. We did used to get handwritten thank you notes from people. I have one framed from Bette Midler in my office over here, and Oprah Winfrey hand wrote a note, and I have a whole file of handwritten thank you notes. But in recent decades, it really isn't about the handwritten note. It's about a nice text or something like that. But more importantly, it's about posting pictures on their social media, right? So Viola Davis posted pictures from the resort in Hawaii where we sent her, or Mark Ruffalo, Ed Norton did the same thing. Ron Howard loved the resort in Connecticut that he went to through us so much. He hosted his son's wedding there and posted all these amazing pictures of his son's wedding, thanking Winbian for hosting it. Amy Adams wore the t-shirt that we had given her in her gift bag the next day to the gym and was photographed in it. So our client this year, Board Rebel, is hoping for the same thing. In fact, they did a number of different sayings. One of them was an anti-ice message that we're hoping will resonate with some folks where that's a passion point for them and they'll actually amplify that. So those are the best thank yous, of course.
Yeah, I got one of those in my bag, one of those t-shirts. And the brands must be obviously very thankful too. You're getting their brand and their products into and out into an audience that the celebrities are really the first influencers, right?
Absolutely. So they of course want the celebrities, but then also, we're talking about these brands now, they want the media amplification. And a lot of these are household name brands. Like, I can't tell you how many friends of mine, they saw that I had UFOs in the bag this year, like, oh my gosh, my podiatrist recommended those. And these are comfort slides that are all about relief and stability and comfort. So after weeks of walking red carpets and uncomfortable stilettos, they're going to be grateful for their UFOs. Or a line called Danusera, which has been one of my favorite skincare products for years. It was created by an aesthetic legend and skincare giant, Danuta Milos, out of Philadelphia, and their Rescue Spa location in New York as well was offering facials for their Sculpt and Lift facial. So lots and lots of amazing brands that I get to share. Hydro Jug, we had them backstage at the Emmys and everyone loved them so much. We're like, can you please do something fun for the Oscars? So they did these glittery top coat, leak-proof tumblers that are so great for hydration on the go from Hydro Jug.
Yeah, and everyone loves them. I have a 19-year-old, well, she's 20 now, but niece. And I gave her the sparkly hydro mug. They're really cool designs. They're as big as your head and bigger, maybe.
They've got all different sizes. They've got smaller sizes if you need a smaller size, but we like the big hydration.
I'm a big hydration guy, so I drink lots of water, and I like the big mug. So, Lash, before there was Lash Fary, can you give us a brief history of Hollywood gift bags? Because I find it so interesting. If you know it.
When we started, there was literally only one. The Oscars did a gift bag, and they did it in-house. It was really sort of a Rodeo Drive gift bag. They only went to premium brands. You had to be $500 gift value or higher. You weren't really allowed to publicize it until very last minute. And these are all parts of the reason why they ended up getting out of the gift bag business, right? They're like in the business of promoting film, not products. And so I think that they sort of felt that the gift bag was overshadowing some of the things. So like people were more interested in Gwyneth Paltrow's gift bag and what was in it than the best documentary short or the best animated feature, whatever some of those categories are. You said you watched the whole thing. So if you're like me and I'm watching it, I'm like, I didn't even know this was a category, or how is this a category, or what, that kind of thing. So that's why we really focus on the 5 categories that everyone knows about: actor, actress, supporting actor and actress, and director. But in any event, they eventually got out of the gift bag business, but they were the only game for a while. So when we started with the Grammys and the American Music Awards and MTV Movie Awards were the ones that we first did, Academy Country Music Awards. None of these shows had any sort of gifting going on. So our pitch to them wasn't, oh, use us instead of this other company. It was, hey, there's this whole concept of thanking your presenters and performers who aren't paid to be here, and we'll put it all together for you. You don't have to pay us. You just let us use the name of your show and give us some space backstage, and we'll do all the work, and the talent's going to get free stuff from you and from us, and the media is going to cover it. And it was just this wonderful win-win-win situation. And then we ended up tying up a lot of real estate with a lot of different award shows and then scaling it back to the ones that were most important. So now I do Grammys and Emmys and Latin Grammys, and what we do, the special thing, not for the Academy, for the top Oscar nominees. And it's just sort of taken on a life of its own. But we were the first ones to really do it.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. And now, of course, there's a bunch of people who do it. So like during Oscar week, there were probably 3 or 4, gift suites at different hotels all around town. And they were, trying to get different people to come. But that feels very stressful to me. And trying to get the actual nominated talent there is next to impossible. And what we do is this is a busy week for these folks. They've got Vanity Fair parties, they've got Elton John parties, they've got the Oscars, they've got media interviews that matter to them. So we make it easy, and this just shows up on their doorstep or at their hotel room for them, and they can just kind of go through it on their own time.
You got your own swagger too. You're the OG of all this. Right.
I like to say that. That's why those Greens First OG hats that we gave out at the Grammys, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to keep one of these for myself as a little memento, because not in a self-aggrandizing sort of way, but I really was the OG, because just out of default, there wasn't somebody else doing this before I was, at least not from a standpoint of from a marketing perspective. Like the Oscars was doing it from a true, we just want to say thank you with some beautiful, expensive things. And I say, we want to say thank you, yes. And some of these things are expensive, yes, but they don't have to be expensive. I mean, True Fruit is not expensive. It's $5 for a bag, but it's a game changer because it's my go-to snack now instead of something that's higher in sugar content and not as good for you and doesn't have fruit in it. So we also connect them with things that are just cool, regardless of the price tag.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned in the Grammys, the various iconic musicians and artists that received a bag. Who received an Everyone Wins bag, nominee gift bag?
All the nominees in the Best Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, and Actress and Director category. So it was Timothée Chalamet, Michael B. Jordan, Jacob Elordi, some people who weren't hot guys, but those are the ones that first come to my mind. Oh, Emma Stone, the folks from Sentimental Value. I can't pronounce some of the full names of the Danish folks, or Finnish. I think they're Danish. Who else? Jesse Buckley, who won. All the directors, including, is it Paul Thomas Anderson? I know it's 3 names. I don't know if I got them in the right order.
Yes, you did.
So the Sinners director. So all those folks got bags.
There's like 25, you said, something like that?
Yeah, 25. And then we also always gift the host of the show. So Conan O'Brien, who I thought hit it out of the park. The opening was so funny and so brilliant, and he did such a great job. That's a very, very tough gig. So we've always created a little special bag for the host of the show as well.
Aside from your gig, they say it's the toughest gig in Hollywood, right?
My gig's easy. I get to share things that I love with amazingly talented people. And this is a walk in the park compared to like what we do for Grammys week, where it's 3 full rehearsal days. We're set up on site. We have 140 people to gift. This is 25. I mean, yes, it's 2 pieces of luggage per person. So it's a huge suitcase from Asia Luggage and then their carry-on piece. But delivering 25 bags, we can do in our sleep. We have all the bags actually of the 26, 25 plus the host of the show. We only have 2 even left to deliver, and one of them I think is going to be shipped. So we're just waiting on a couple of more final addresses and we'll be done.
How do you select the gifts for the bags? I mean,
it always starts with stuff that I love myself and I'm using in my real life. So I love the Danusera Sarah Balm. I love the Dr. Sini gummies. I love the Blanc Par Rouge maple syrup. So I included that. So these are all things we already talked about. I love True Fruit. There's another snack called Skinny Dip that I love. Posh Pretzels, which I love. We were sent this incredible product from Porter Green. These are silicone wine glasses. They're unbreakable and they'll float in a pool if you drop them. So instead of having to clean glass out of your pool, they'll just float. So this is a brilliant concept that I was delighted to share. Somebody sent me these incredible Hoo-Ha undies to try. So lightweight and comfortable, and with hot weather upon us already here in Southern California, these I have been loving wearing, and I especially love being able to pick out Timothée Chalamet's and putting those in his bag for him. So thank you to Hoo-Ha.
That's great. So you do consider a little bit sometimes the actual guest or the person who's going to receive the bag as well. I mean,
for sizing, we just have to make sure we put in the correct size for certain things.
Any upsets for you? Did you, anybody that you wanted to win that didn't win, or Anybody that won this
For the
year?
first time, usually that I feel that way, but this year I kind of felt like everyone who won, I was like, I can see that. I don't hate that. So it was all good. But I also thought this was like one of those years where there were no real standout, like, oh, well, that person's clearly going to win. Like in the Danish Girl year or the year that Matthew McConaughey won, like, you know, there was no one performance that I thought was just so far and away better than everyone else's. I kind of thought everyone in each category was pretty much a great performance, and any of them could have won and it would have been deserved. So I thought it was a great year for nominations. I thought it was a great year for film. I really did love One Battle After Another, so I was pleased that it won. I thought it was really, really well done, and I thought Leo was brilliant in it.
Was there any swag action, comedy, or drama that happened right before your showtime?
Oh, that's a great question. Luckily, you know, I'm not a big drama person, so we didn't have any drama. Went smoothly, one of the smoothest ever, in fact. So I always say, if you've been doing something for 24 years and you can't do it well, you should probably be doing something else. So we've got it down.
How excited! How you said 26 years ago this started for you, without a real vision, but with a passion for what you do, and look at where you are now. As you said, I love that it's better than ever this year for you.
Sometimes passion is more important than vision, I think. You know, there's this great quote saying Hollywood rewards completion, not perfection. So sometimes you just have to do it. You know, I think that this global obsession with heated rivalry is a great example of that. Nobody who was involved in that show thought it was going to become what it became, and sort of like this lightning in a bottle. And so sometimes you just have to do the work, put it out there, and you never know what will happen. And that's exactly how we approach these gift bags. Is like, I don't know what someone is going to love. I don't know if Teyana Taylor is going to fall in love with these incredible Gunaz handbags from PETA. These are completely vegan and cruelty-free, by the way. She'll be photographed in this on a red carpet, and this could become a global phenomenon because she decided to use it. So, you know, it's kind of like buying a lottery ticket. Everyone wants to win the lottery, but if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win. So for these brands, this is their lottery ticket.
Well, so cool what you do, and thank you for, sending me some of the brands, and they've become my new favorites. Like I mentioned,
what did you love that you've tried so far that I sent over your way to sample?
Well, the food, yeah, I like the snacks; those were good. But I also, like I said, love Greens First. I have that every day, every single day.
I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, I do too. And it's way better than trying to get all those superfoods and fiber and pre and probiotics and sort of eating all those leafy vegetables. And I couldn't even eat that much of all that kind of stuff. So it's just a great, easy, and convenient way to get all that stuff.
And tastes great. It's really cold water. It's just nice. Here's a funny story. The Senorita THC margaritas that you sent. One day, there was one. I don't think I knew that there was alcohol in it, but there was one day I started drinking them, thinking they were like a soda or something. I just didn't really read the label with the THC, and I had such a great day that day on air.
I bet. There's no alcohol in that, by the way. It's just cannabis. So you were like very chill and mellow, I'm sure.
So chill, and I'm like, I had the best day. Didn't stress, and then I looked at the can a little closer, and I started laughing. It was great.
I have a few different friends who I've introduced to that who are in the media world, and they like have those in the evening, and they say they sleep so well at night after. We have another brand called Rhythm that has two different types of beverages, one to pump you up in the morning if you need a little extra energy, and then one that calms you down at night if you want to relax and sort of unwind before bed. We had Bebo, which is considered the Hermes of marijuana, do these rose gold vapes. We have another company called Cann, C-A-N-N. I love their sort of logo or slogan, which is a party in your pocket. So it's these little pouches, then you can pour them into any beverage, and it adds a microdose of THC to whatever you're drinking. So that's really, really cool. Dog Walkers did some cannabis. So we had 5 different cannabis brands, all award-winning and amazing this year. So
yeah,
I think all the folks who need a chill pill after all of this Oscar shenanigan will be grateful.
They will. And I have to I have to carefully study what I open up and drink before I do from now on. I like Tea Forte. That
Oh,
that was a
gorgeous.
beautiful
This tea
bottle.
line is incredible. For anyone looking to elevate their tea game, Tea Forte is so beautiful. They have these pyramid-shaped sachets, so many great flavors, herbal, greens, black, white, all sorts of teas. But the presentation is really a home run.
Yeah, and two more that I really like, Lash, before we go. Dog walkers. So you sent me, I couldn't figure it out at first. I went online, looked at their website. There's this beautiful bowl. I thought it was a bowl for a dog because it said dog walkers, but I think it's for your cigars and you're smoking.
Well, it can be for anything. In Dog Walker's case, it's for your pre-rolls.
Yes.
But I have candy in mine because I don't do that. So I have candy in mine. And if you have a small dog, you could certainly use it as that. But Dog Walkers is another cannabis brand. And the whole concept of sort of that chill feeling of when you're walking on the beach, walking your dog, or wherever you walk your dog, like, you know, enjoying your pre-roll, like they are a really, really cool company. But I love the merch that they have, which is super cool.
Really, really nice. And it also included a little dog toy with the pre-rolls on a string. And I gave that to my dog. And he loved it.
Do you have a Frenchie by chance? I love Frenchies.
No, it's a poodle and Bernese Mountain Dog.
Poodle
and Bernese Mountain Dog like mix. It's a I think I've got that right. But just like really loved the toy. I had a lot of fun with it. And then last I wanted to mention was Bebo. Great socks. Really kind of a cool package this time.
I love that you love all the cannabis companies' merch because I can't ship cannabis. They ship merch instead. And then if you do want to get connected with them for a legal delivery, they'll connect you with a local dispensary. That's what we do with the talent as well. So all that great merch, high-end, incredible, but then you can also get their cannabis products delivered to you if you want.
I have to say, though, I'm with you, though. I don't smoke and I've just never have. I've never really...
Bebo also has gummies. Most of them also have gummies now. So I've had multiple friends who have gotten off of like sleeping narcotics or pharmaceuticals and now do gummies, THC gummies and edibles and stuff to help them sleep instead. So they have a bunch of stuff in that space as well.
Just a bunch of great stuff. I'm going to put everybody's, all these brands that we talked about today that are in the swag bag so you can check them out yourself in the copy for the podcast. So take a look at that. And if you want me to connect you with or send you anything from these companies, I can't get the products, but I'll send you to the websites and you can check them out yourself. It's all there. Lash, thank you so much. Check out Lash Fary and Distinct Assets at distinctassets.com. And you can find Lash on Instagram. And so you really want to follow him because a lot's going on and there's always a lot of exciting posts that you put up there, Lash. That's Swag Assets on Instagram. That's his handle. So do you like to listen? Please subscribe to The Jeremiah Show on Apple or Spotify. And do you like to watch? You can do that too. All of our interviews are on YouTube on The Jeremiah Show channel. Love it if you would subscribe there as well. And The Jeremiah Show is better with friends. If you like the show, invite your friends to join us. It airs Monday through Friday on radio in Santa Barbara here, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And on Friday nights at 9 p.m. on Radio Evolve Rocks, Santa Barbara. Tune in, listen more, and evolve. You can listen to that, by the way, anywhere in the world, streaming. Just go to Radio Evolve Rocks. Lash, is the award season over for you? What's next, my friend?
Award season is over, in fact. So I have a little breather, but then we're getting ready for Mother's Day. We do a special little thing. We pick 25 celebrity moms and do an amazing Mother's Day gift for them. And then it'll be about preparing for Emmys, which will be in September. So we already have a good head start on that. So we'll be building for Emmys. And, you know, beyond that, I don't know. Those are the two next things.
A little break time, hopefully, for you. A little
and a trip to Costa Rica. I'm going to go to Essence of Dreams in Costa Rica. They invited me. Nice. So I am going to go down there with some friends. It sleeps 18. So I'm going to bring a bunch of girlfriends with me and we're going to have a great time. And I really wanted to do the Hideout Villas, which was one of the other trips, which is a way to see the Northern Lights in Finland. But that's a much bigger trip. But I'm going to get to Costa Rica first.
Is that in Finland? I was looking through their photos. Actually went to their Instagram. That's really cool. Like these little cabins. Not
Yeah,
like
you have a
beautiful.
choice of two different cabins, and it's
Yeah.
these luxury villas that you
Luxury
can experience
villas,
the
yeah.
Northern Lights and husky sledding and all these incredible sort of bucket list kind of items. But I don't even know what's involved in getting to Finland, but it's got to be a lot.
Go, Lash, take that trip and the Costa Rica trip, and then come back and tell us all about it.
I will.
Okay, I'm sure you have some great stories. Be sure to support Lash Fary and Distinct Assets, and support the brands on today's show by going to distinctassets.com. Lash, thank you so much, my friend. Let's not make it another year before we see each other.
For sure. We'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you.